Down the Middle. August 12, 2020 by Anna von Reitz. Reports are pouring in from all over the country concerning both federal and state-of-state organizations being split in two. In other words, for example, there are now two versions of FBI, visible, and two versions of California Health and Human Services, etc., etc. This should not unduly surprise my regular readers. They already know that there are two federal subcontractors, one territorial and one municipal, and that for years it has been their practice to operate in tandem. There is in fact already such a separation in place, only now it is becoming more noticeable. The municipal entity has been operating as the FBI, while the territorial sister has been operating as the Federal Bureau of Investigations. The municipal version has been operating as the IRS, and the territorial version of the same thing has been operating as the Internal Revenue Service. After decades of this cozy arrangement, the subcontractors are more officially splitting the sheets and making this obvious enough so that average Americans are seeing it for themselves. While this may seem confusing at first, it is actually easier if you know which subcontractor you are dealing with. As Americans dealing with the territorial government, the only contract that applies is the Constitution of the United States of America. When you deal with the municipal government, your only contract is the Constitution of the United States. And that's it. That is, generally speaking, all you need to know and all she wrote. Unless you are actually involved in the interstate manufacture, sale, or transport of firearms, alcohol, or tobacco, which are constitutionally regulated by the district government, i.e., territorial government, Americans are exempt from foreign law. Read the constitutions. Both of them. See Amendment 11 and realize that codes, statutes, ordinances, mandates, executive orders, and agency regulations apply only to corporations and corporate officials, officers, and are foreign law, by definition. These forms of law apply to commercial corporations, municipal, trading companies, territorial, public employees, elected, appointed, and for hire. They also apply to direct dependents of public employees, wards of the state, people receiving unearned public benefits, welfare, new immigrants who seek political asylum, and the population of the insular states, District of Columbia, and the municipality of Washington, D.C. They do not generally apply to rank-and-file Americans, but have been misapplied to Americans in the absence of civilian courts. Our actual government is not always in session, and was not in session for several decades, leading to the presumption that our government was missing, in abeyance, or in interregnum. However, the actual government of the American states and people has been called into session and the 50 state assemblies are now present and accounted for. This, then, puts an end to speculation about our political status, the law we stand under, and any presumptions, legal or otherwise, that have been made by foreign principles about our government. It also signals changes in the operations of our federal subcontractors, which have been operating in an outrageous and criminal manner in the absence of oversight and direct supervision. Put bluntly, while the cat is away, the mice can play. The cat is back. And none too pleased to find things in this condition of abject confusion, lawlessness, and disarray. The splitting of the federal functions is a preparation, not for civil war, which has been strictly forbidden on our shores, but for restoration of sane and limited government. If you have not already done so, go to www.theamericanstatesassembly.net. If you are a natural-born American or a legal immigrant, you are eligible to reclaim your birthright and/or adopted political status as an American owed all the constitutional guarantees.